Hello everyone. On this podcast episode, I'm gonna try to explain a magnet again. The perspective of magnets. A magnet is positive and negative at one. You know, a magnet has a positive end and a negative end. So a magnet is both positive and negative simultaneously. The positive end of a magnet is only positive when there's no other magnet as a reference. And the negative end of another magnet is only negative when there's no other magnet as a reference, right? If you have two magnets, right? Let's say magnet 1 is A and magnet 2 is B. If you add magnet 1 or magnet A to magnet B, right? If you put the negative end of a magnet A to the positive end of magnet B, they'll attract each other and become one magnet, right? And the moment they become one magnet, the positive end of magnet B disappears, and the negative end of magnet A also disappears. The positive end of magnet B turns into the negative end, and the negative end of magnet A turns into the positive end as well. So it becomes the middle point. The magnet then becomes one long magnet, one larger magnet, with the positive end and the negative end. Their previous positive and negative ends, right, disappears and becomes the middle point. And then the magnet becomes one large magnet. And that's how you need to see magnets. That's how you need to see life as well. The positive end of a magnet is only positive from one perspective. It is also negative from another, just like the middle point of a magnet. The center of a magnet is both positive and negative. Why? Because if you break a magnet in half, you both have a positive end and a negative end. Both halves will both have a positive end and a negative end. This is how this world works. The positive end of a magnet is only positive from one perspective. From another perspective, it is negative. The negative end of a magnet is only negative from one perspective. From another perspective, it is positive. And this is how this whole world works. Like I stated in a previous episode, if you stand facing someone else, right? You guys are looking at each other. Your perspective are opposites, right? Your perspective are equal and opposites. And that's how you need to see life. If you see, when you stand looking at an atom, right? An atom at absolute zero from our perspective is very cold. But if you look at the equal and opposite perspective, an atom must be very hot as well. Perspective determines what's hot and cold. Just like perspective determines what's on your left and what's your left, what's your right. When you stand in front of someone and that person is standing in front of you and you guys are looking at each other, you're both facing the equal and opposite perspective, right? So your left is their right and their right is your left. So your left is both right and left at the same time. Perspective determines whether it's actually the left side or the right side. From your perspective, your left is your left. From the perspective of the person staring at you, your left is their right. And this is how this world works. From one perspective, the earth is moving. From another perspective, the earth is standing still. From one perspective, a baby is small. From another perspective, the perspective of atoms, a baby is very, very large. From one perspective, the earth is very, very hot. From the perspective of dark matter, or dark energy, the earth is very, very cold. From one perspective, the sun is very, very hot. From another perspective, the sun is very, very cold. From one perspective, the earth is very, very large. And from another perspective, the earth is very, very small. From one perspective, a black hole doesn't emit any energy. From another perspective, a black hole is always releasing energy, because a black hole can be absorbing energy without releasing it. These two must happen simultaneously at the same time. Simultaneously as one. Both opposites exist simultaneously as one. From our perspective, we can't see a black hole. From a perspective of dark energy, a black hole is probably just as bright as the sun. We can't detect dark energy. Dark energy can't detect us. From our perspective, we can't detect dark energy. From the perspective of a being made out of dark energy, we are the dark energy. We are the ones that can be detected. Energy is the one that can be detected. This is how perspective works. From one perspective, the earth is very, very far away from the sun. From the perspective of the sun, the earth is very, very close. Perspective determines a lot in this world. Perspective. From one perspective, again, the earth is standing still. From another perspective, the earth is moving. From one perspective, absolute zero is the coldest anything can be. From another perspective, it's equal and opposite. Absolute zero is the hottest temperature there is. And that's also true. Both perspectives must exist simultaneously as one. Since absolute zero is the coldest an atom can get, it also means absolute zero is the hottest it can get as well. And this is how this world works. The fact that a magnet is positive also means that a magnet must also be negative. These two states must exist simultaneously as one. The fact that light is a particle means light is also a wave. These two opposites must exist simultaneously as one. And this is how this world works. We live in a world of duality. But scientists usually only see one perspective. And they start to believe that only that perspective exists, without realizing that the equal and opposite must exist. If one perspective exists, its equal and opposite must exist. If positive charged atoms exist, negative charged atoms must also exist. If things that move exist, things that don't move must also exist. If things that take in energy must exist, things that repel energy must also exist. And this is how this world works. If there are small things in this world, there must be large. If there are tall things in this world, there must be short. If there are things in this world we can see, there has to be things in this world we can't see. And there are things in this world we can't see. Dark energy, dark matter. This world is always a world of opposites, and both opposites must exist simultaneously as one. Although I got sidetracked in my previous episode. This was what I was trying to explain. All opposites must exist simultaneously as one. And this is how this world of duality works. I pray for everyone's safety and understanding. Amen.